One of the things that I was told when I was bullied was that I was too athletic. That's why I entitled this anti-bullying video, Not Too Athletic. I got advice from WNBA players, Olympians, and a journalist and author. I hope their advice and their stories help the kids who were bullied recover from their bullying and prevent bullying.
I know what bullying looks like, and it can be really, really hard. I actually couldn't even think of the names of the kids who bullied me in elementary school and middle school, and I am no longer at that age, so it's really interesting when you think about how we hold on to that stuff throughout our lives. And I know that experiencing that as a young person, being made to feel like a square fitting into or unable to fit in these circle spaces, it kind of forced me to develop a thick skin and not absorb the hateful words that people say. But it also taught me how to love myself and believe in myself, and no matter what other people thought about me. And through sport, through wanting to be the best student I could be, I feel like having that mindset is what allows me to be here today, and to have these cool things in my life like the Olympics and books and things like that, is because I never allow what other people have to say or what they think about me to affect how I feel about myself. It says, don't carry around the hurtful words that others say. Drop them. They are not yours to keep. They belong only to those who said them. Yeah.
I think I was more so bullied when I was younger, around your age. I was a lot more athletic than a lot of the girls. I was definitely taller than a lot of the girls. So I was constantly a target to be picked on just because I was super athletic, and I love sports. I love running around with the little boys in the neighborhood that close to playing with dolls and all that stuff. So definitely when I was younger, and it was hard at the time, obviously, but I love sports so much that sports was my oasis away from all of that. And then when I got older, you kind of grow out of it. You grow more confident in who you are and what you love to do, and I think that was one of the biggest jumps for me.
What advice do you have for kids who are being bullied or were bullied?
Continue to be great. It's okay to be different. You don't have to conform to what the crowd does, or you don't have to conform to what the cool kids do. I don't think I've ever been in the cool kids group. I've kind of just been in the Tasha group because I float from everyone. I think if you just continue to be a good person and be true to who you are and do things that you love, then that's the greatest piece of advice that I could give. Just like I was bullied for being athletic, but look at me now, I'm playing in the WNBA, living out my dreams, traveling the world, and using the platform that God gave me.
I would tell them, first and foremost, to make sure they tell their parents or their guardian or their teacher to make sure that it's known about the person who's doing it. I would always tell them too that how people treat you, it's all about how you respond. So I would say respond with kindness, keep them in prayer, and depending on how you act, they will soon follow your lead. It takes courage to be who you are and not to change for anyone just because someone may not like you. More so, that's usually the reasons because they envy who you are and who you're trying to become. So that would be my advice.
Have you ever been bullied, and what did you do to overcome?
Yes, I have been bullied. I've been bullied because I was always taller than the average kid in my class. So I always had bigger feet than the average person in my class. And some of the kids always say, well, what are you going to do with your big feet? And I just decided to put work in on the court. So that was my way of getting back to them, was just putting my mind to the court.
Remember that you've got such a good group around you, your parents and your family, and then also your friends that are very good to you as well that you can't remember. You can't forget all the people that are helping you through every single day.
What advice do I have for kids that are bullied? I would say, for one, don't let what the words that the people that are being rude to you or mean to you affect you. And if you can, find an adult or somebody you trust, a parent, a teacher, even a cafeteria lady, somebody that you can tell that's good to you, so that you can tell them that somebody's treating you, mistreating you, or different things like that. And if that adult doesn't take it into their own hands, then you have to ask somebody else until you can get help.
And were you ever were bullied and what did you do to overcome that?
I was bullied a lot for being too athletic, apparently. Not wanting to play with the girls, wanting to play with the boys. The girls just wanted to run around and play on the playground. I kind of wanted to play basketball, and then once I realized I was kind of good at basketball, not good, I was just a little rough. I wasn't that good when I was little. But they tried to kick me off the court and different things like that. So yeah, I was bullied as a kid.
So I was bullied growing up, and I use that to motivate me growing up in life to just always do better, and just always smile for everybody and compliment everybody, because you don't know what that person might be doing. So for people who are being bullied or are bullied, just walk away. It's okay to walk away.
The advice that I have for kids that have been bullied, I would say, say yourself. Don't let it get you down. I know that's hard to say, but always know that you have a strong family and friends to be there for you, and have strong faith as well.
Yes, I was bullied for being too tall when I was younger and having big feet. But I think the biggest thing for me growing up is that I would be sad about it, but then every time I went home, like my mom was really big on, letting me know that words are just words. And people say hurtful things, but that doesn't mean you have to believe it. And there's nothing wrong with being bigger or having bigger people. And that doesn't make you any different. So if someone's bullying you, words are just words. It doesn't mean anything.
Letting other people dim your shine or tell you that you're too loud or that you're too big or you're taking too much space or you're saying too many things, you really have to be who you are and go out in the world and say what you believe over and over and over again, and you'll see things will start to change. And it's really important to find other people who believe in a better world and believe in your vision of the world. So
I think you have to remember that it has everything to do with them and very little to do with you. So they must be dealing with something that is really hard for them, and it has nothing to do with how you're acting as a human, right? So if you just remember that you're a value, you're strong, you're smart, you're beautiful, and that they might be struggling with something that you don't know. So just make sure, keep doing what you're doing and treat them with kindness, because they're probably fighting a battle that we don't know about.
I hope the advice in this video has empowered you all to stay strong and believe in yourself. My advice is that you have to keep being yourself. No matter if your favorite thing is to be a ballerina, someone bullies you because you're too good at that, you have to keep doing that and prove them wrong. That's my advice, and I hope the other advice in this video helped you too. Thank you to Ibtihaj Muhammad. Thank you to the New York Liberty. Thank you to the Washington Mystics. Thank you to my buddy Liz Plank. And thank you to the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team.